Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. So we're going to be looking at the astrology for 2026, and we're going to look at Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius and Pisces. So what I'm gonna do is look at certain planets for the year and how it's affecting you. It's more about how you're going to actually evolve in 2026. Right, so let's do Sagittarius first. So Sagittarius for 2026, that opens with Saturn still in Pisces. So January has a home and heart tone for you. For that month, you're sorting out your living situation, more on an emotional foundation, and anything that's been unsettled in your private life, it's more grounded in January. You're getting your base stable again. So on the 14th of February, Saturn moves into the sign of Aries. This is good for you because it's in another fire sign. This actually lifts you up, your creativity returns and your confidence rises, and you start feeling like yourself again. And actually Saturn in Aries actually pushes you to take your talents seriously. You may even have hidden talents that people have actually spotted without you knowing about it, and they've said something or they will be saying something. So you're taking that all seriously. Your passions, your gifts, that's all coming into play. I mean, you're not really playing around with with your potential anymore. You're just going for it. You're building something real with it as well. We've got Jupiter in Cancer the first half of the year. So that's actually going to help you clear emotional baggage and deeper intimacy. You're more honest with yourself, more open with other people, and you're willing to let go of old attachments that don't fit you anymore. You know, how you're becoming and evolving this year. And it's just like a healing, transformation influence. Uranus is shaking your work and routine up, so you'll feel more freeing with your work. You're finding new ways to work, new rhythms, new habits that actually support your energy instead of draining it. So you're going to have a higher level of energy. By the summer, you're more focused and inspired, more in control of your direction, and by the end of the year, you're more confident and expressive. So you're going to express yourself more. Right, so let's have a look at the oracle cards for Sagittarius. So this is sun or rising sign. It will relate more to rising sign Sagittarius. Right, let's have a look what we've got coming in. Right, we've got procrastination. Now, I don't think that's you. I think that's somebody that you're going to be dealing with or you've dealt with, but we'll check on the tarot for that. because you're not going to be procrastinating. That's the thing. Right, let's check on the tarot. What we've got coming in for Sagittarius. Right, you've had a good intuition about somebody. You're actually seeing them differently. I'm getting air signs, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. So I think you may have even put this person on a pedestal before, and now you're going to start seeing them, you know, their true colours, who they really are. And you're ending a situation. So I think it's been this person that's been procrastinating in the connection. And then, you know, they're just not doing anything. They're being lazy about the connection. They're expecting you to run after them. And that's actually restricted you. But you're going to speak your truth. And it looks like you're going to end it. Some of you could be dealing with earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I think the earth sign is actually somebody new coming in. Yeah, you're going to have a strong emotional connection with this new person that's coming in. Very intense attraction. Yeah, this is your new person. It feels like you're going to meet socially. A social situation. That's your new person coming in. And you're walking away from that other person. They're coming up as an air sign, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. Because they're hard work. They stress you out. You've been in two minds whether to end it or not. Be careful though, because they're going to, when you end it, they're going to come in and say, I've missed you and all that. Yeah, it's okay for them to miss you, but are they going to do anything about the relationship? No, they're lazy. Look. They're coming in to try and get a reconciliation, but they're not doing anything. They're expecting you to do all the work. Yeah, so it looks like you're going to go with this new person. Right, let's have a look at the dice. What we've got coming in for Sagittarius. Right, so this number 7 is going to be important. We're getting a Piscean that's going to be important. And the Piscean that comes in, I think that's more a friendship connection. They're going to have a lot of get up and go. I think they're probably, I did their chart, they've probably got Aries on their chart as well, because usually Pisces has got Aries on their chart. So I think that's a friendship connection coming in. Right, so that's what we're getting there for Sagittarius. Let's have a look at Capricorn. Right, so this is Capricorn's astrology for 2026. So it's Capricorn's sun or rising sign. but does relate more to rising signs. I mean, my Capricorn's a rising sign, so it's just stronger. The rising sign is stronger. Right, so let's have a look at that. So with Capricorn, we've still got Saturn in Pisces. So in January, you're more thoughtful, you're more steady emotionally, you're organising your mind, you're tightening up your plans, you're clearing mental clutter. I mean, conversations, you're making decisions when you're having conversations. You're making small decisions and choices that feel important to you. You're setting the tone for the year quietly but quite deliberately. When we get to the 14th of February, Saturn moves into Aries. So that's going to shift you straight into your home, your emotional foundation. You start taking your private life seriously, your living situation, your family dynamics, and your inner stability. That's all changing for the better. You're building a stronger base for yourself, so like home. You're not ignoring what you need to fix anymore. You're just going for it, so that's going to be quite grounding and healing for you. Right, so we've got Jupiter in Cancer for the half of the year, so that's lighting up more around your relationships. So partnerships feel more supportive. You've got more opportunities around relationships. So like anyone you connect with on a romantic level, it's going to be a good connection. You're discovering new parts of yourself, so you might get involved with a new interest, new ways of showing up in the world, just doing new things. By the summer, you're going to feel more settled in yourself, clearer about what you want from other people, and by the end of the year, you're standing emotionally stronger with relationships that feel more aligned to you, and a sense of stability you've been working towards, and that's been happening for years. Right, so let's have a look at the oracle cards. This is for Capricorn. Right, we've got temptation. So you could be tempted by someone. But we'll check. Sorry about that. We're checking on the tarot for that. What the temptation means. This is for Capricorn, Sun, rising sign. Right, I'm getting someone here that's not letting you go. So I get this as a past relationship, and they seem to be coming back in. So I think that's what the temptation is. You're going to be tempted to go back to them. But I think before you felt like you were going round in circles with them, nothing seemed to be moving forward. But I think this time round with this person, it looks as if it's actually going to work out. It seems to be a stronger connection this time round. They seem to have done a lot of healing. So yeah, you have got an opportunity for a reconciliation. Right, let's have a look at the dice. Number 5 is going to be significant. We're getting a Libran, and they're quite emotionally strong as well. They can give out emotionally in a relationship. So that's what we're getting for Capricorn. Right, so let's have a look at Aquarius, astrology. Right, so this is Aquarius sun or rising sign. So Saturn is in Pisces in January. You're actually being more practical, more money focused, and you're sorting out your finances and stabilising your income, and getting clearer about you being more, you feeling more secure financially. It's quite grounding, because you are having a sort out. You're tightening things up without getting stressed as well. On the 14th of February, Saturn moves into the sign of Aries. This is going to wake you up. Your mind, your thinking is more sharper. Your communication is more direct. You're going to stop second guessing yourself, and you're more focused. Jupiter in Cancer for the first half of the year. I mean, that's improving your routines, your health, your day-to-day life. Work becomes more smoother, and you're going to feel more supported in your body and more supported in the workplace. Uranus, that's relating to your home and your emotional life, your creativity, and anything to do with your living situation. That's all going to change for the better, and it actually fits into who you are now, so how you're evolving, not how you used to be. By the summer, you're more organised, mentally stronger, and by the end of the year, you're standing with a new you, really, new version of yourself, much more sharper, grounded, and more intentional about the direction you're heading into. Right, so let's have a look at the oracle cards. What we got coming in for Aquarius. Right, we've got dreams. So I think your dreams are going to be significant. So anything you dream about, try and write it down when you wake up, because it's telling you something with your intuition. So you're going to be in tune with your dreams. Right, let's have a look at the tarot. What we've got coming in for Aquarius, sun or rising sign. Right, you've got some good news coming in around money. So you might have even been waiting to hear some news. So that's good. You've got someone new coming in, but you've also got somebody coming in from your past as well. So we've got a choice situation around relationships. One of them, I think it's probably the past person that's coming back in. They can they can try to manipulate you. So just be careful of that. But I think you're going to have a good intuition. You may even have dreams about the new person coming into your life. They're coming up as either a water sign, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Let's do the dice. Right, a Leo is going to be important to you. I think that's a friendship connection, the Leo. You've had many past lives with them because you've got the North Node of the Moon now. And the number 3 is going to be important, significant. Right, so let's have a look at Pisces now. So this is the astrology for Pisces. Right, so we've got Saturn in Pisces, so it's in your own sign. You actually feel a bit more serious, a bit more steady, a bit more self-aware. You're actually finishing a 2-year cycle of growth, responsibility and personal restructuring. And you've actually matured, and you actually feel that you've matured in a lot of ways. And this has been like a 2-year cycle. So really, January, it's the final month of carrying that weight. You're trying to loosen that up, closing old cycles and stepping into a mature version of yourself. When we get to the 14th of February, Saturn enters Aries, so the pressure is lifted, you're more focused on your money stability, you're building something solid for the future. And also with Saturn in Aries, you know, it really actually helps you take your resources seriously, your responsibilities seriously, and not from fear, but, you know, from confidence. And you're ready to create real security for yourself. We've got Jupiter in Cancer for the first half of the year, so this can be good for your heart. Your joy returns, your creativity is more open, you're attracting new romances, relationships, you're connecting with people that can give you pleasure, fun and emotional warmth after a long period of heaviness. So you may have been around people that felt quite heavy, so you're going to connect to people that are going to make you feel more lighter, more joy now. And Uranus, that's going to help your mind, your communication is going to get better. You're thinking differently, you're speaking out more, and you're breaking out of old mental patterns. And by the summer, you're emotionally open. So again, opportunities for new relationships. And by the end of the year, you're going to be more confident, emotionally and mentally stronger. Right, so let's do the oracle cards. This is for Pisces, sun or rising sign. Yeah, what was I saying? Cycles. You've been in a 2-year cycle that's been weighing you down. It really has been weighing you down, but that's good. You're going to be free of that. Right, let's have a look at the tarot. What's coming in for Pisces, sun or rising sign? Yeah, keep away from manipulative, toxic people. There's a fire sign there that's not to be trusted. They could be draining your energies as well. That could be a friendship connection. Look. They're not to be trusted. I think they're actually quite jealous of you, this person. They're a fire sign. So you're coming away from that toxic cycle from that person. Let's see what else comes up. Yeah, so when you come away from that person, you actually feel happier. And then you've got new friendships coming in, new love opportunities coming in. The new person could be air sign, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, or earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could be younger than you. But very strong connection there. Right, let's have a look at the dice. Right, we've got an Aquarius, I said air signs. Yeah, you're going to actually meet them quite unexpectedly because we've got the planet Uranus there. So it may be you connect to them a place that you don't normally go to. Might even be out of your area. We've got the number 6 that's going to be important to you. But stay away from that toxic person. They're coming up as a fire sign. Right, so that is what I'm getting. Astrology 2026. Take care, bye for now.